As a matter of fact, all right, this is a trash can.
That's cute.
So, no, don't, you don't have to pay big money for it, and there's a plastic trash can inside. So, you don't have to pay big money. Baskets work the same way. Just buy a trash can, put inside. If you use a basket though, we got a handle to worry about when you come around. You can also have a place to put the bow. But we can also put a bow in here by taking a piece of Acuba stick and taking all the leaves off and put your bow in. Just so, and you can, if you're cutting something that has sticks, and when you're putting in that shrub and you know that stick is strong and sturdy, just cut the leaves off and save 2 or 3, and you can use them in your flower arrangements then. Looks good. And I'm sorry, I would have brought more flowers today, but I love to decorate for fall, and all my house right now is pumpkins and sunflowers. I didn't do that. Okay. All the things here. Again, I'll start with hemlock in the back. I'm going to have to clean the floor for you, Nellie.
Okay.
I am very messy.
That's okay. We have a velour.
Yeah, Oasis. Hobby Lobby does have Oasis now. I used to be able to get it from the grocery store, but they don't sell it anymore. And that's the way. You can also go down to South Carolina.
What is Oasis? You said it and I'm not sure what
It's this
you mean.
green.
That's what
This
you
is the
call
green
okay.
stuff.
Okay.
There's something else that looks like it, but it
It's for
doesn't
plastic.
absorb water.
It's for
This
plastic.
you
Be sure you
sink
get the
it and wet
water.
it and let it soak up like a sponge.
Okay.
It's the best gift to people who arrange flowers ever.
Maybe the Sandies might have it.
Okay, this looks like a juniper, but this
That looks like you, I think. No,
you, it's you. That's it. I do too. I don't have it in my yard either, but
This is a podocarpus, but that
I have some of that
that
too.
looks like a densiformis yew that we have. It's called densiformis.
I don't have this. It needs more sun than I have, but my good friend
out
Marilyn
here in the
Henshaw
nursery.
does, and we cut it freely.
Now, I have a question, while
Sure.
we're doing that, when we were talking about Oasis and all that. I had someone tell me once that what she would do is, for the magnolia, she would take it and she would, have the woody stems, and she would, she said she used, but she said she would kind of break the branches a little and soak them in water in the bathtub.
Well,
Have
you
you
can
heard
use-
of doing that? And then
Well,
they
now I tell you
stay
what I
fresh?
have heard of,
Oh,
and what I do, and I'm not doing it here because I was here in a hurry. This is a hard stem.
uh-huh.
If you want it to, I am making a mess.
Don't worry, we
Um,
are good with that. You do whatever you need to do to
If
make
you're
a
in a
mess.
hurry, always cut it at a long angle.
Uh-huh.
That way it has more to absorb. But if you have time to do it, split the stem.
Okay.
And rather than that other. Now, flowers that do that way, you can cut them up multiple times. But this heavy stuff, I usually just split it one time, and then you've got a space for the
Yeah, that's a good idea.
for water. Thank y'all for asking questions. I just forget to tell you.
They're all tricks to preserve it,
Katie, we found several gift shops. One is called the Buttercup Gifts and Stationery, the other one is Charlotte's, and the other one John Dobbs.
Ah, that's John Dabbs.
John Dabbs.
That's
That's
the
what I was
one?
trying to think of.
Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah, yeah,
John Dad.
yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be expensive if they still have
But
them.
you said they have an after Christmas sale?
When I was younger, I used to do all of that stuff.
I know. And in line to probably get in the door, huh?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, where? Shelby or
She can sit there just a bunch of different stuff like that, and then the bows sitting here, and then it kind of drapes off the back of the mill.
I'm trying to do this backwards towards y'all. I don't know that I'm gonna do very well. I mean, I have to go around the other side and all that. See, this is already flopping. So you just gotta put something sturdier up behind it. And that helps it a little bit. And I am gonna have to turn this way. I do it with base. I like to put this in first, kind of get the size I'm gonna do. And what you wanna do is usually you want this not to be more than 2/3 taller than your base. Then otherwise, it'll be tiny. But this, you always have to break those rules when you have different vases. Sometimes if you have a really tall vase, you can go shorter. Or if you have a lower base, but you can't go too tall in a lower base, it'll turn over.
How many of the Oasis do you have in there?
Two. Two full ones, they go to the base. Now, I don't have to worry about, see, I'm trying now to come down here and cover, you can't see.
Excuse me, what did you just put in?
Acuba. Acuba.
It's
So do I. Here's another version.
It's a great, piece of greenery to put in, around, it lasts a long time. The leaves are big and it's full and colorful.
Now, is that when you just put it in here to explore them, or is that
What? These are all Acubas, they're different varieties.
Well, now, you probably could use
We
the,
have it in the
Explorer.
nursery.
Okay.
I've got some of that too, yes. But I usually use,
That, for that size,
It
yeah,
does,
that
root-
would-
it will root. The Acuba will root if you cut a piece and put it in water about in a sunny window.
Okay.
Like after you've used it in the arrangement, just stick it in
Root it.
and you know, Lenten roses grow everywhere. If you started them in your yard, they're everywhere. They are a great thing.
That's a green Acuba.
What is that, Kitty?
This is a Lenten rose.
Lenten rose.
Heuchera.
Oh,
The
wow.
leaf of the Lenten rose. Or
And
heuchera.
it looked like Acuba. Wow, that's
No,
beautiful.
huh? But this is this is one of my cubas that I really like. See, this is the common one we see most of the time.
That's the,
And
gold
I've
dust.
got some solid in here too. But this one is really, really shows up with, huh? Okay, you can come get some. Really shows up against the greenery.
I like it, because it kind of has that waxy look, like the FEDEX Shipping. You know, I like the wax. It smells good.
And Acuba grows rapidly, so you can use it freely.
And it makes berries at a different time. of
It
the
does,
year.
but they don't, unfortunately, the great red berries, they look pretty for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And the birds like them. Oh. Makes it almost look like snow.
And then these Acuba leaves come down and they're a deep green, so it pulls you back together again. Y'all, you don't have to.
Now, is this just your God-given talent, or have you had any lessons? I think it's probably your God-given talent.
Yes, yeah, I went to nursing school, so.
But you're
I,
nurturing to the plants.
yes, it's
I
true.
can tell.
I got interested in gardening, and then Mrs. Gilliat, I was at a book club, and Mrs. Gilliat came and gave us this, what I'm doing for you today. What's in your yard and how to use it. And she, I took all that in, and because, we were young then, and I didn't have the money to buy flowers in here, but, obviously, I could do it. I'm not gonna do it because y'all have been here long enough. But I was gonna do some little glasses with little pieces, so that when you just pick up, a bunch of flowers at the grocery store, which are reasonable, and, then you go home and you cut off just a little bit of something, maybe just a piece of this, or something else small here. When we do the little things, the Nandina berries or whatever, you add that to your flower that you're gonna take somebody, and it will make all the difference in the world. It will look like you spent $25. I'll turn this around just a minute, let me get something else in here, and then I'll turn it back around. I can't do it from the back.
You've done a pretty good job so far.
I can get stuck down in there. Where is some of that stuff? Oh, here we go.
Now, what is, oh, yeah, is that a type of yew?
It's a pittsburgh.
That's, oh, that's that one.
It's a large one.
Is that one, I was thinking about, there's one that's white and light green, safety green and white, and it kinda has a little scallop shaped, I mean, a little, rounded shaped leaf.
She said yes for
The yew is it's white and sage green. I don't know what you're saying. I love that.
You're talking about a euonymus, aren't you?
Maybe I have it wrong, maybe I'm going with the wrong thing.
Kitty, what's the one you just put in? They couldn't understand. Pittosporum?
Pittosporum. But it's a large pittosporum. You know, you can get the small little dwarf ones. This is a large one. It gets to be a huge bush. It's hard to grow in the yard to look good, but if you mix it in with some other things, it's great in flower arrangements.
Does it need sun or shade? Or it's probably sun.
It takes shades to, it takes shape to this. But you see, obviously, these tall and heavy things can come in. If you can put another one in, you'll find that it will hold something else up when you start looking at it and you want to put something else in the back. Now, here is the dark green, the male. And it's pretty too. And sometimes it's just better. You know, there's some rooms that yellow and green don't go. So, my house, the brick has a little bit of an orange tinge in it. So, I have gone for a lot of yellows and greens and corals. But if you have red brick, then this is beautiful too. So, let me put a piece or two of that in. Look, though, I'm gonna turn this around.
Oh, stunning.
You could do, you know, you could do that and without much stuff. I mean, but I love sticks. I'm sorry, I need another big piece in here in the middle, but I'll click a. And this is just something you do. You won't make this the same way 2 times. You will play with it. And you can keep playing with it. You can add more sticks, but that gives it another dimension. We don't have these. We
And
don't.
you just clamp that on, because it has a clamp.
It has a clip.
Nice.
But that I would like to get down here soon. I think it's just, let me click. This one can kind of go up here. I got these one year because they were advertising them on the Christmas tree. And I put them on the Christmas tree. So I bought them, but I've never used them in my Christmas tree. Most of the time doing flower arrangements. Let's just try and put this on this flower. Yeah. Okay. 3s and 5s on your big flowers. You usually use those in groups of 3, uneven number, 3 and 5.
Here, maybe, up here.
Perfect, yes, thank you. Look how this will brighten it up.
Katie, you lost a piece when you pulled your magnolia out. Another piece fell out with it.
Yeah, with the dog.
I think it's right there on the ground. Yeah, I think that's.
I thought I had 2 pieces in there. Well, anyhow, if I had another piece, it would be obviously right here. I thought I'd cut at least 2 pieces of that. And right now, this is really pretty. In the spring, when you think you want to use that color, that wonderful color, it tends to want to lose its leaves. This is great year round. You would think, well, that doesn't look good in the summer, but it does. It looks great with summer flowers too. I'm working from the back, y'all. I'm not doing great here.
You are, too. I think it's beautiful.
Stunning.
Well, I was wanting something that would make it thicker here. And I had one more piece of that.
It's right there, look at it, right there behind you. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't want to look behind me.
You said you have to be careful cutting magnolia. What do you have to be careful about?
Running the shape of the tree.
Okay.
You know,
You
because
mean more be careful of what you take away from the
right.
tree.
I tend to like to take a big limb off that's grown out real far because that's kind of the way the southern magnolia does. The gems are much better about that. Otherwise, you can keep it in shape. But what a lot of people tend to do is go cut off the edges of what they cut, just what they want to put on their fireplace, to put in, you know, a pot or whatever, and then it tends to bunch up and it gets out of shape. But if you take a big limb off, then
Toward
it
the
will,
bottom, like just, it's growing out toward the bottom.
huh?
A big limb that's like going up.
Well,
toward
no,
the bottom.
they grow crazy.
Well, a
They
crazy
don't-
limb.
Yeah, they'll come way out. There'll be a limb out here like this.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I did. I just cut
Okay.
one limb today and
It was
brought all
kinda
these
going
pieces,
crazy.
all this, and
Okay.
cut it off. Yeah.
It's better to cut one limb and work from it rather than just go and snip the ends.
Yeah,
off.
then, yeah.
I got you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anise, I want you to come smell it. You will love it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous in the early spring. It's gorgeous right now. But I will say it has this time in end of May, 1st of June, when it's putting on its new leaves. It looks just ratty. And I just get so disappointed because I want to cut those leaves at that particular time because they go so beautifully with spring flowers. But look at it now. It's just gorgeous. Well, thank you. And it's nothing but greenery. I mean, I'm always happy before I put anything in it. Oh, I was going to tell you. You could also make a bow. And I've done that too. And it looks pretty for Christmas.